Now it's R.I.P. because it's over and you're dead to me. You just a memory that I can't break, but I can't shake the ghost that you left behind here. What? You're dead to me. Tell me this. When is it you decided to turn?
Welcome back, travelers. This week's adventures lead us to an ancient Ceremonious burial ground located deep beneath the city of Darkmire. The Archpriest and his followers have laid many traps on the floors below, and each floor's traps become progressively more dangerous until we reach the final floor, where it is rumored that the Archpriest himself remains undisturbed in a coffin somewhere. Oh god, what was that? Yeah, okay, well, anyways, join me on this challenge as I gear up and take on these burial chambers in which they call the Hallowed Sepulcher. This trap, I swear, gets me every time, man. It's right at the end of floor 3. So floor 5 was obviously the hardest for me to learn. It basically combines everything from the previous floors and steps up the difficulty a bit. I found that I could pretty much brute force it through the yellow and blue portals, just worrying about dodging the arrows, and I was fine until I learned to be a little more calculated. But this last trap, man, this one took some coffee and serious focus for me to beat this one. This is the first time we've reached the Grand Coffin. We actually had a lot of time remaining. We had like 2 minutes left. I got 10 Hallowed marks and 1 Sanfuse serum. That feels really good after I can't tell you how many attempts it took to get that. So I forgot to record the first piece of the Hallowed Sepulcher gear that I bought. I bought the Hallowed grapple because I didn't want to fail going through the grappling obstacles. But the next piece, which is actually going to be more beneficial to me, I'm going to buy the Hallowed ring for 250 marks, and that's going to make it so that I don't take damage. And I think you, don't miss a tick or something like that when you take damage. So I think it's going to speed it up a little bit. So I think that was a good buy. Second piece, Hallowed ring. Keeping up with the herb runs, as always. Wait a minute. Look at this beast. The full Adamant Warrior. Oh, that brings me back. You love to see it. We got a Quizmaster mystery box. There's a 1 in 256 chance that we can get the Stale Baguette collection log slot. And we get a bucket. Hallowed Focus obtained. This guarantees the success of conjuring portal frames, as well as speeds up the process. So, another good item for looting chests faster. I wanted to buy one of these Hallowed tokens, not only for the collection log slot, but when it's activated it adds an extra 1 minute to the remaining time. There's been a lot of attempts where I would fail the last obstacle and run out of time, so now that I'm getting a little more confident, I think I'll just keep one of these on me just in case. You can also use more than one of these in the same run if you're having a really bad run or something. Okay, next unlock is going to be the Hallowed Hammer. Let's go. Oh, we can wield it. That looks dope. So the hammer just makes it so you never break nails when repairing broken bridges. Unfortunately, you can only use this hammer inside the Sepulcher though. It doesn't work anywhere else. The last useful item on the list is the Hallowed Symbol, which reduces the amount of vampire dust required to light the Ceremonious braziers. It also speeds up walking through the prayer barriers, so pretty useful. So let's get it. Symbol obtained. Alright, Hopefully not a rune plate body. Dude, we got a rune plate body. Why did you have to say that? So I've been thinking about Black Graceful since I started, and since my original plan was to go for the Ring of Endurance, I really wasn't concerned with getting a full Black Graceful set, since if I got the ring early, then I would just go and buy one die for the collection log and finish up 99 agility at the Arty course. My thoughts were that I would benefit more from the stamina potions I received. But as you can see here, my impulsive instincts took over, and I decided to instantly dye my cloak black, and therefore now I must complete a full set of Black Graceful, regardless of if I get the ring or not. And there we have 98 agility. Promised you guys a little Chaos Altar action, so here we go. I have a decent amount of Superior Dragon Bones from Vorkath and regular Dragon Bones from Green Dragons. I don't have enough to get 99 yet, but I believe I have almost 98 banked. I was being pretty lazy about the way I did this. Basically, I would just grab an inventory of bones and teleport to Gorok on the Ancient Spellbook. I would suicide to the Chaos Fanatic and rinse and repeat. It really wasn't very click intensive, and sometimes I would just AFK a full inventory of bones at the altar. There really wasn't much risk. If a PKer came, I would turn on Augury and use the bones on the altar as fast as I could, and they would usually only make out with a few bones if any. I had a black d'hide top and bottom on, along with a crystal shield, but that was all. And with that, we have 97 prayer. Is this it? Is this the ring? 5 monkfish? Bro. You have got to be kidding. I've been at the Sepulcher now for about 20 hours or so. This was my first time ever coming here, so I had to take some time to set up tile markers and learn the obstacles. I gained a little over 1.1 million agility experience, as you can see from the agility tracker I set. In the beginning I needed food because I would constantly take damage when I got hit by an obstacle, but the need for food goes away once you buy the Hallowed ring, since it prevents you from taking any damage. I would recommend buying the ring first. It also saves you a bit of time when failing an obstacle, and therefore you might be able to loot more chests in the beginning. I'm actually really enjoying my time here, a lot more than Giant's Foundry, that's for sure. You kinda get in a rhythm after a while, and if you have a friend to race, it can be pretty fun. It can feel like the time just flies by while training agility, which definitely isn't the case for me on rooftop courses. It can look intimidating at first, but it only takes one run of each floor to set up the tile markers, and then after an hour or two of practice, you'll be moving right along. I strongly recommend it for Ironman, as you can get some nice supplies, but not just for Ironman, as it really is just a fun way to train agility, with solid XP rates, and profitable as well.
We have been watching you outplay, and we are not impressed. Opening coffins and disturbing our sacred burial grounds does not sit well with the elders. I just wanted to let you know that we know what you're looking for, and we will do our best to keep the ring from an outsider's hands. Let this be your only warning.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. My goal was to focus on looting the Grand Coffin, so I haven't been looting many other chests. I managed to loot the Grand Coffin 79 times, and I looted a total of 208 chests. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten the Ring of Endurance yet, but I did get a bunch of other good items like Raynar Seeds and Samfuse Serums. I'll put the loot on screen so you can check it out. I received a total of 1,279 hollowed marks, which I purchased the hammer, the symbol, the focus, the ring, and one dark dye that I've used to dye my graceful cape. I also managed to receive all 5 pages for the Strange Hollowed Tome, which have a 10% drop chance from the coffins on each floor and are actually a collection log slot. The tome can be picked up by searching the skeleton sitting in the lobby. One thing I wanted to show is that you can unequip your Sepulcher gear and actually store it with the mysterious stranger here, so it doesn't take up your bank space. Well, that brings us to the conclusion for this week. The plan going forward is to continue Sepulcher until full black graceful is obtained, and hopefully see a Ring of Endurance, maybe? We'll also be going back to Vorkath, as well as killing green dragons in the downtime to get enough bones for 99 prayer. I'm thinking in order to keep the series interesting, I might switch up my Chaos Altar strategy and bring out some tank gear and noted bones. I don't have much experience with tanking, so it'll be pretty good practice and probably pretty fun. I know this miniseries has a pretty basic concept of maxing, but I plan on pivoting into another series once the max cape is achieved, so by all means, if you guys have any ideas for the account post-max, please leave some ideas in the comments below. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing so that you can get updates when I post future videos, and like the video and show some love if you enjoyed, as I'm brand new to video editing and YouTube. I stream most weekdays and sometimes on weekends at twitch.tv/OutplayRS, so feel free to drop by and say hello. Alright, and with that, thanks for watching.